On October 15, 1987, a rain of bullets silenced one of Africa's most visionary leaders, Thomas Sankara. The mastermind, Blaise Compaoré, his closest ally turned ultimate betrayer. In the days leading up to his death, Sankara was surrounded by whispers of treason. The walls of Conseil de l'Entente, his headquarters in Ouagadougou, seemed to close in as paranoia crept through his trusted circle. That fateful evening, he walked into a meeting, unaware that it would be his last. His men sat with him, the air thick with unspoken tension. Outside, the trap was set. At exactly 4:30 p.m., the silence was shattered by automatic gunfire. The soldiers loyal to Compaore stormed the room, their weapons trained on Sankara and his aides. Reports suggest Sankara raised his hands slightly, an unarmed leader facing death head-on. The bullet rained. Sankara was hit multiple times, his final moments stolen in a merciless barrage. His lifeless body collapsed to the floor, followed by the executions of his comrades. That night, Compaore seized power. He spun a tale that Sankara had been plotting against the government, and his death was regrettable but necessary. His body was hastily buried in an unmarked grave, and an era of fear and silence began. Compaore wasted no time erasing Sankara's vision. He rekindled ties with France and the World Bank, dismantling Sankara's socialist policies and opening Burkina Faso to foreign influence. The revolution was over. For 27 years, Compaore ruled with an iron fist. Political opponents vanished, dissent was crushed, and Sankara's name was wiped from official records. But in the shadows, the spirit of the fallen leader continued to burn in the hearts of the Burkina Faso people. After nearly 3 decades, Compaore's arrogance was undoing. In 2014, he attempted to extend his rule by changing the constitution. It was his final straw. Thousands flooded the streets, their voices thundering through the capital. Government buildings were torched and protesters stormed the National Assembly. Compaore saw the writing on the wall. On October 31, 2014, Compaore fled to Ivory Coast, seeking refuge under the protection of President Alassane Ouattara. His once unshakable rule had crumbled in the face of a people determined to reclaim their country. In 2015, Sankara's grave was exhumed, confirming what many suspected. His body was riddled with bullets. A new government, free from Compaore's chains, reopened the investigation. In April 2022, Blaise Compaoré was convicted in absentia and sentenced to life in prison for orchestrating Sankara's assassination. 2 of his top military officials were also found guilty. Despite his conviction, Compaoré remains in exile in Ivory Coast. Shielded from extradition, he lives in relative comfort, untouched by the justice system of Burkina Faso. Yet, his freedom is tainted his name forever tied to the murder of a hero. Blaise Compaoré rose through betrayal and ruled through fear, but in the end, he could not escape the judgment of history. Thomas Sankara's dream for an independent, self-sufficient Burkina Faso lives on, inspiring a new generation. Meanwhile, Compaore remains a fugitive, haunted by the ghost of the man in silence, but never defeated.